This is Jeremy Phillips with findingyourchurch.com, and I want to talk about how to create a podcast, specifically using a WordPress site. But even if you don't have a WordPress church website, you could still create a simple one for the purpose of the podcast. You don't have a podcast built in to your existing site. And not only do I want to talk about how to create on your site, but also how to get it into iTunes, Stitcher, and the Google Play store that is now open to podcast section that you can submit your church podcast to. And so I have created this simple course about how to do this, and it will walk you through step by step every part of the process. And you're going to learn how to set up the website for your podcast, set up the plugins. There's actually two types of plugins that I would recommend, and one is completely free, but it doesn't create a player. It's just more of a blog post style. You put the link in a blog post and it shows up on iTunes if you set it up correctly, and the other sites as well, like Stitcher. And then also there is a paid one, a premium plugin that you can use that will create a media player, and you can actually put in YouTube videos and audio links and even sermon notes all in one place for each, because it's just a lot better for experience. But if people, even if you use the free, can subscribe to it in iTunes and get it on their mobile device without having to go to your website. So that can happen either way. So it's a very cheap thing, not a big deal as far as money-wise, but I want to show you behind the scenes a little bit. So when you log in, I actually have a bigger membership site that this is a part of, but you can get just the church podcasting part of it. My thing is called the Find a Resource. And so when you log into that, and I believe even when you log in just the podcasting course, you'll see all of this stuff kind of grayed out if you haven't gotten into the main course. But you'll go to the Create a Podcast section, and you'll land on this page that starts it off. And this is actually my Finding Your Church podcast. And so I've created a podcast just for this site as well. I haven't updated it lately, but we'll get back to that hopefully more regularly soon. But basically just to prove that I know how to create a church podcast. So right here in the section menu, this is all the different things that it covers. And it's basically the same things I mentioned on the front page, create your podcast installation, choose your podcast plugin, how to create cover art using Photoshop, Canva, or even Fiverr to do it for you. So I walked you through where to store website shut down before because I was doing this wrong, and I corrected it. And whether you're doing the free one or the premium, I show you exactly how to do it and how to get into these Stitcher, Google Play, and iTunes. So all of this stuff is contained in this cheap step-by-step walkthrough. And I'm just honestly, I tried to do this on my own at first, and I figured it out, but it was just like beating my head against the wall trying to figure out how to do this. And so having this all in one place, I wish I would have had this, something that I've now created when I was trying to do it on my own. And so hopefully it would save you a lot of time and you can get it up quickly. So check it out. The link to this page is in the description of this YouTube video, and so check it out, and you could have your church podcast up and running. And in iTunes, it does take a couple days to get approved for some of the directories, but at least you could get the work done and submitted, and then you're just waiting for it to be approved. Then it probably will be approved, no problem, in like 2 days, and then you're up and running. So maybe even before Sunday, you could have a podcast running for your church. So check it out, click the link in the description, and get started.